listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast by Dr. T. Michael W. Halcomb, Dr. Frederick J. Long, Dr. Mario Melendez, Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and J. M. Smith. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I'm Michael Halcomb, and this is a Greek Growcabulary episode. So that means we're trying to build your Greek vocabulary. On the agenda for this short episode, we have the Greek root ki, kappa epsilon iota, so that vowel pair, epsilon iota, e, ki. And ki has the connotation in biblical or ancient Greek of lying down or reclining. On a symbolic sort of level, it can even connote something that lies like at the heart of a matter, or something that lies like at a foundational level. And so it's an important word, and this idea of lying down, it can have the idea of even surrender. The Gospel of Matthew says something like, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest," right? And here, rest is obviously not just like a physical state of lying down, but this key word, right, has the idea too of spiritual promise. So this rest is kind of like maybe what key implies, a restful state in your allegiance. So yeah, it's an important word. What I'm going to do here is go to stepbible.org, and what I'm going to do is pull the Greek up, and we'll look at that as well. And as I'm doing that, I can also say a word about even something like the Septuagint, like Psalm 23 is coming to mind, where we have the idea of lying down and resting. Again, that has a physical sense to it, but also when you're lying down in these green pastures, you're in a as a sheep, you're in a position of submission to the shepherd, and you're in a position of trust and peace and security from the shepherd. And so, yeah, really important idea here. I got stepbible.org open, and I got my keyboard set to Greek. So I'm going to go to search and type in key, and we'll see what comes up here. We have three options, and our first one is this kime. And it only appears 24 times here, but you can see it means to lay or to be appointed. The first appears in Matthew 3:10, where we have edede axine prostenerizan ton dendron kite, talking about laying the axe at the root of a tree and doing some cutting down there. So obviously that doesn't mean like just sleeping or lying down. Like there's a different connotation to that there. We see it in Matthew 5:14 and numerous other places. We don't see it in the Gospel of Mark, actually. We see the participial form in Luke 2:12 and 16, kimenon, in fatne, so, and lying in a manger, right? We get that in 2:14 and 16. So that does connote the physical state of lying down. There may be something more theological or symbolic going on there, but so we have numerous others. We can get outside the Gospels. We see it several times in Paul's letters, 1 Corinthians 3:11 and 2 Corinthians 3:15. So this is important, this root key, and the different forms that are built on top of it that have to do with lying down, sometimes sleeping, sometimes being in a position of rest or trust, that sort of foundational. So I'm going to stop there, and if you need a mnemonic device, obviously key sounds like the word key, so maybe you think about you open the door and you lie your key down on the counter, just something simple like that. I'll stop there and say I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.